Hello everybody, welcome to Fedha. My name is Kendi and I'll be taking you through financial management. We are going to talk about finances, we are going to talk about wealth building, we are going to talk about budgeting. So if this is for you, stick on to this channel. In our 20s, nobody tells us about money. Let's be real, we are not taught it up in school. So most of us end up struggling with money once we first get our first job. So here is a series. It will be a 4-part series where we're going to be talking about how to handle money immediately when we are in our 20s, when we have just gotten a job. Like, share, subscribe to this channel to be able to be getting new updates on wealth and how to grow your investments every day, every week, on Friday. Episode 1. Today we are talking about the money mistakes that we should avoid in our 20s. We are going to start with living paycheck to paycheck. What do I mean? This means that every income or any salary that you earn, you're spending all the money on expenses with little to no savings. So how do we solve this? Number 1 is using budgeting. That is, you tell your money where to go. You use your budget so that you are able to understand where each and every coin that you earn is going. Number 2, you can also be able to download a budgeting apps from Play Store, from App Store, and they can be able to utilize utilize it well. Number 2, you can also automate your savings that you go and set aside standing orders or you issue instructions to your employer so that every time that you are paid, they remit the money to your savings or investment account. Number 2, it's not having an emergency fund. Let's be real, life is unpredictable. 1 minute you're fine, the other minute an emergency has come up. So how do we deal with this? You should have set aside an emergency fund to cater for these emergencies. An emergency fund should have 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses so that in case of anything, you are covered. So if your monthly expenses are 20,000, then your emergency fund should have between 60,000 to 120,000. And this money for the emergency should be set in a separate account where it's earning interest, preferably in an MMF. It will be earning you daily interest every day. Number 3, relying on debt. It has been observed in the news that we young people, we are relying so much on debt. Everybody, you will find that people have mobile loan apps. We have so many loans, and we are using these loans to cater for your personal daily expenses, which should not be so, because your daily expenses should be covered from the income that you are earning in your salary. So how do you solve this? Number 1, if you have found yourself you are only relying on debt, first we start off with deciding from today that we are going to be paying cash only. Number 2, you also make sure that you are paying off all those loans that you have taken. Sit down, get a list, know how much debt you owe. If it's at A, I owe this much, at B, I owe this much, and come up with a plan on how you are going to repay that loan. Number 4, not saving or investing early. We have this idea that there is a lot of time for us to save later in life. But then, in investing, time is your friend, because the earlier you start saving and the earlier you start investing, then the more returns that you are able to earn. So for you as a young person in your 20s, in your first job, the first thing you need to do is to start setting aside money for your savings and investment. You can start investing in income generating accounts like SACCOs, MMFs. You can also be able to reach out to professionals who can guide you on the best investment vehicle for you. Number 5 is lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation means that you are increasing your lifestyle. or growing your lifestyle with every salary increase. If your income increases by a certain amount, suddenly you want to change your lifestyle. You want to live as people of that. But then with lifestyle, you need to ensure that that money that has increased, that is the money that you should set aside to grow your investments. Remember, we have said that time is our friend. The earlier we start saving, the more we are able to enjoy high returns. Number 6, it's ignoring financial goals. Remember, if you don't have a direction, then where are you going? You need to have financial goals. You need to decide by this time I want to have savings of this amount. I need to have this set aside in my emergency fund. I need to have this set aside for this goal. If you want to go back to school, I need to be set aside the money that will go towards paying my school fees. So you should sit down and come up with short-term goals. Short-term goals are 1-year goals, mid-year term goals, which are between 1 year to 5-year goals, and long-term goals, which are 10-year goals, so that you also have a direction on where you're going. Number 7, that is not negotiating salary. We find out that in our careers, we leave money on the table. That is, you're called for a job interview, but you're not prepared. You should first start by investigating and knowing what is the salary range for that job in the market, and also what is the salary range for people in that position that you are going in, so that when you go to that interview, you're able to negotiate the best salary for yourself, so that you don't leave money on the table. Number 8, ignoring retirement savings. We are thinking that there is always time, because if you start work maybe in 25 years, you have around 35 years till you retire in your 60s. But then you don't have to plan for retirement when you are 60. No, you can come up with a plan to ensure that you are retiring early in your 40s, in your 50s, when you have energy to enjoy this money. And how do you go about it? Number 1 is to ensure that you are setting aside money for your retirement every month. Number 2, if your employer has a plan where they are able to contribute a similar amount to what you are contributing for your retirement, then you should also utilize that to ensure that you are earning, you are able to contribute more towards your retirement. Number 9, falling for get-rich-quick schemes. Get-rich-quick schemes, they give you an idea of making so much amount of money in such a short time. But what drives us and what motivates us towards this is greed. We are greedy to make a lot of money in a short time. But then, with building wealth, it's a journey that you are able to start. So, you need to take care of each and every income that you earn. You need to take care of each and every shilling. You need to know that each and every shilling that you're earning it's able to generate more income for you. And by doing that, you are able to avoid these get-rich-quick schemes. Number 2, before you go to put your money in an investment, do your due diligence. Investigate. Find out, if I put my money here, how does it grow? How do I get the returns? What are the risks associated to this investment? Then your money will be safe. Number 10, which is the final one, no plan for the future. You find that most people have no plan for the future. We are living on YOLO. You only live once. But then, if you have no plan, where are you going? We cannot assume that we're just going to go with the flow. No, we have to take charge of our lives by having a plan and a purpose, so that that purpose guides us to achieve our financial goals and also help us be able to reach financial freedom, where our income, our investments are able to generate incomes that are able to take care for our everyday needs without us having to necessarily work. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe the episode and share it with your friends. Send this video to everybody in their 20s who needs to hear this. Thank you for watching. This video was shot at Marine Park, and see you next week on Friday for the next episode of part 2, where we are going to be talking about wealth building. Thank you.